Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 170 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. And we are playing against the last villain that came with the base Sentinels game, Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition. Up against them, we've got Ra, Tachyon, and Wraith, because they all deal a lot of damage. I'm tired of getting my butt kicked. And Matriarch's got an interesting aspect to her. Matriarch, and this should actually be flipped, my bad, has foul creatures. A lot of foul creatures in here, and almost all the foul creatures, at least the ones I've seen, when they come up, you then have to deal another card. So you can end up with a string of like 8 foul cards in a row, and you have to deal with all of them, which is kind of insane. But they all have like 1 hit point of damage. They're all pretty easy to knock out. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. First thing we have to do is we actually have to summon the Mask of the Matriarch, and the Mask of the Matriarch is nasty. It is a 10 hit point target, and basically damage dealt by foul cards is irreducible, which means that you cannot adjust them. You can't get a -1 against them, for example. And then after a non-foul villain card other than this card is played, for the first time each turn, play the top card of the villain deck. So what that means is that the first time you get something that's not a foul, you still have to keep on drawing. It's basically a way to keep the foul fun going. And we are playing in Insula Primalis, a dinosaur area, sort of like a whatever the Lost World or the Lost Continent in Marvel, Savage Land, I think it's called. DC has one as well. I forget what they're called, but essentially it's that area that everyone believes that time is forgotten and that dinosaurs still roam the earth, even though we know that that is not even remotely true. All right, so we're playing with this as our setup, and we're going to go through and just try to see how we do on this last of the Sentinels games. If Mask of the Matriarch is not in play, flip. So basically, once this goes out of play, she flips over to another side where it's a little bit more damaging. However, the end phase of this is that she deals... first we have to play a card. Before we've done our start phase, now we play a card. It is a foul. After this card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. And here we go. Foul. After this card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. Foul. 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 Do you see the problem here? Foul. Cohort. +1 damage dealt by the Matriarch and by cohort cards. Now, however, this was not a foul card, so we have to keep drawing. However, the next card that we get that's not foul, that will stop the drawing. Foul. One shot. Summon the Mask of the Matriarch. Shuffle all the foul cards in the villain trash. The Matriarch deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 psychic damage. Alright, so Ra gets 3 psychic damage. We've not even drawn their cards yet. That's how silly this is. And now we're going to deal each target 1 projectile damage. So 26, 26, and 25. Now, the card with this card deals each hero target except the hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage. So basically, whichever one we choose, let's go with Tachyon and Wraith, because in ties we can choose. The hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage, so this will knock Ra down to 24. This card deals each hero target 1 projectile damage, so everybody's going to lose 1 more. So we're down to 23, 23, and 24. Again, we've not actually gone. Highest HP goes down to 2 more, 22. Lowest HP goes down to, once again, that's Tachyon. Each hero target 1 projectile. 22. Hero with the lowest HP 2 projectile. +1 damage dealt by the Matriarch and cohort card, so I missed that earlier, so everyone should go down 1 more for the projectile damage. And then finally, after any foul card is destroyed, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 possible projectile damage. And then finally, each hero target 1 projectile damage. So 15, 20, and 20. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a quick little shuffle here, deal out their cards, and figure out how we're going to clean this mess up. This is ridiculous. I'm just going to say it. This is ridiculous. Something seems fundamentally broken in a game like this when that's what happens at the first thing. So I can delete an ongoing card. Damage dealt is unreversible. I can deal 1 target, 2 melee damage. That's lovely. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to have Tachyon do much. 1 target, 5 fire damage. That'll actually be helpful. Living Conflagration plus 2 damage. That would be helpful. Each non-hero target 1 fire damage each. That would actually take out all of the fire damage, all of them. But I kind of want to deal with the cohort first. Draw 4, destroy, regain. All right, so kind of useless. All right, so what we're going to do, Tachyon will go ahead and do HUD goggles, because this allows her to play an additional card. And then we'll deal 1 target, 2 melee damage, and we will target the cohort. And then I may draw a card. In addition, I can then reveal the top card of my deck, draw it, or discard it. Hypersonic Dash, that would actually be very helpful. And then I get to actually just simply draw a card as the last part of my phase. All right, so that's done. Tachyon's done. First part of my phase is I'm going to go ahead and just simply deal 5 fire damage to Butt Munch over there. And then I wish I could play this one shot as well, but unfortunately I have to do a power instead. 1 target, 2 fire damage. So that'll take this guy out. That guy's down for good. So now I don't have to worry about damage as a result. Is it worth taking the 8 points of damage? That's my question, to deal with every single fire thing that's up here. And part of me feels like it is. We're going to hold on that. All right, so that was my power, so I get to draw. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do Abduct and Interrogate. Deals 1 non-hero target 1 toxic damage. We're going to take out one of these vultures here. I don't think it really matters which one. Now, we can reveal... target is destroyed. Reveal the top card of each deck. You may discard any revealed cards. Play the other revealed cards. So we're going to reveal the top card of the Matriarch deck, which is a one-shot. We're going to get rid of it, I think. Then Tachyon. Tachyon, Accelerated Assault. Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 melee damage. We are playing that card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All gone. That was a huge plus. We're now going to go 1 down on Matriarch as well. Oh, and one more thing I forgot is that Matriarch actually does extra damage to Tachyon, which might have actually changed everything about how the damage went down there. But Tachyon, because Tachyon is Matriarch's nemesis, they do extra damage with each other. And the nemesis thing is something I've forgotten to handle in previous ones. And then we're going to do 1 damage on the mask. Okay, So that was everything there. That was actually amazing. All right, one shot. Ra deals up to 3 targets, 2 fire damage each. I will take that. That drops her down to 66. That drops the mask down to 7. No cards were destroyed that way, however, so I do not get to draw a card. Combat prowess, I will play that because that's amazing. That is -2 to damage. The Wraith would be dealt. If the Wrath takes no damage, as a result, you may play 1 card. Finally, one shot. If imminent eruption is not in play, summon in imminent eruption. Imminent eruption deals each target other than itself 2 fire damage. We're going to go ahead and discard that. We're just going to discard it. We're not going to play it. All right. That was pretty amazing. I like that card. All right, so now I get to use a power, and unfortunately I only really have 1 power, and that is until the next start round, I get -1 damage to me. Now we play the environment card. Oh, and I draw a card as well. Boy. Okay, River of Lava. River of Lava. If imminent eruption is not in play, summon it. Let's see if that sounds familiar. Dinosaur, 1 shot. Dinosaur, dinosaur. Imminent eruption. Then we shuffle the rest. Okay, oh, crud. Except I was supposed to get rid of the River of Lava one. Yeah, there we go. If imminent eruption is not in play, summon interruption. Interruption deals its each target other than itself 2 fire damage. However, with Wraith, I don't have to worry about that. I'm getting -3 damage. And now I should point out this reaction will only happen once this turn. So I'm hoping this won't screw me. But she also gets to play a card. But first we're gonna do this in order. Matriarch takes 2 damage, played too close to the lava. The mask itself now has 5 damage. It's halfway damaged. Tachyon's going to take 2 more damage. She is getting low on health. 18 for Ra. And then Wraith does not take any damage. However, does get to play a card now. I'm going to play this one. It's Impromptu Invention. Draw 1 card, discover 1 item card, and you may play 1 card. So for the first, we draw. Then we discover 1 item. We got it right now. Sonic Neutralizer. I'm going to activate that because I have a feeling that will be very helpful in the coming rounds. All right. This card has, if this card has 10 or more HP, play the top card of the environment deck. All right, so that we've already played the card, top card of the environment deck. If this card has 9 or fewer HP, this card deals each target other than itself X fire damage, where X is the current HP of this card. All right, so basically this is always going to produce an extra card or damage, one of the two. In this case, it's going to produce another card. And we draw that, and this card deals the non-velocity pack target with the lowest HP 2 melee damage. That is actually going to be the mask, believe it or not. That is a target. It has the lowest HP out of everyone, and so it's going to get hit with 2. And then that's it. The dinosaurs can be actually really helpful in this. Matriarch is going to go to the start phase. Mask of the Matriarch is still in play, and we draw. And it's ongoing. All right. So we still have to draw 1 more card. We got a foul. And another foul. Ongoing. Okay. So not great, but this could have been a lot worse. We now go to the end phase. Matriarch deals each hero 2 projectile damage. This is going to drop poor Tachyon down to 10. because she takes an extra bit of damage. This is now the reaction phase for the Wraith. She can go ahead and play a card. Grappling Hook would allow me to destroy one of the... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the Grappling Hook first to get rid of one of these ongoings. Then I'm going to play this because now I may draw one card or play one card. I'll play that. It's leverage. That'll allow me to draw 4 cards. And then collect a card. Now, collect a card is basically look at your deck and take what you want. And I want Utility Knife. Or Utility Belt. There we go. All right. And that is everything I can do this round. Or everything I can do as part of that reaction. Now we go back to the damage. This has just each cohort card deals each hero target 1 toxic. This card deals each hero target except the hero target with the lowest HP 1 projectile damage. Well, that's going to be Ra and Wraith, because these are hero targets as opposed to non-villain targets, and it's important to draw the distinction between those during the game. But that is going to be it for the villain. That is actually not too bad. It's not great. I feel like I really need some HP back, though. I'm going to go ahead and play this one first. This is draw 3 cards, discard 2. This is a number of different things. I already have a Sonic Vortex now in my hand. I feel like that's a better one to get rid of. We'll do that. Expedited Efficiency. We'll play that as our second card. Play up to 2 cards, so we get to play 2 more cards. And then we also get to draw a card as well. We will go ahead and we'll play this as one shot. Tachyon deals up to X targets 3 sonic damage each, where X is the number of cards in your trash. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can deal 6 targets 3 sonic damage each, which is pretty nice. I think I missed doing that one. Yeah, I did. I'm supposed to be at 9. I'm sorry. Skipped one there. Okay, so first of all, 4 sonic damage to Matriach, because as the Nemesis, they do 1 extra damage. 3 sonic damage to the mask. That actually wipes out the mask. So the mask is done. Both birds are done. We're going to do 3 to the Velociraptor. And we're actually going to do 3 to the Volcano. All right. And then finally, as the last thing that we're going to play, destroy 1 ongoing card. And then we get to draw a card or reveal it. Draw it or discard it. And then finally, our draw phase is draw 1 more card. There we go. So Ra gets to go. Ra's now got a power ability that allows him to deal 3 fire damage. But I'd kind of like... I'm going to play this because I need to start getting this out. This Solar Flare is going to allow me to do +2 damage. Actually, that's not that great of a card. I either do myself 5 fixed damage or destroy the card later. We're just going to go a little nuts with the power here. We're going to do fire damage now to 3 different targets, or one target. Sorry, one target gets 3 damage. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I should let Wraith deal with the Velociraptor, or if I should take out... Part of it is that I still do not have any sort of... I don't have any sort of damage card, and I kind of need a damage card. So if I don't take out the Velociraptor, and right now Tachyon is the one with the lowest HP, so I do need to take that out. So I'll deal 3 fire damage to the Velociraptor, taking out the Velociraptor. I'm going to deal 1 fire damage to everybody else. And then I get to deal 1 target 2 fire damage as my power, knocking Matriarch down to 227, and then draw a card. All right, and now the Wraith gets to go. Wraith gets to first of all play a card. I'm going to go ahead and play Leverage, which again is draw 4 cards and collect a card. And then I get to basically take 1 more of anything I want. Is it collect 1 item card or just simply collect 1 card? I should probably check that. Collect 1 card. I don't want Utility Belt. I do want Wraith Ordnance, I think. Razor Ordnance. It's going to take me a little while to get this set up, but that is now played. And now as my power this time, instead of the -1, I'm going to treat that card as if it had no text. So I get to ignore it. And then draw a card to end my turn. Now I'm done. So nothing in the start phase now. We're going to draw an environment card. We get a 1-shot. Each target regains 1 HP. The non-environment target with the lowest HP deals itself 3 fixed toxic damage. Ouch. All right, so heals 1. Heals 1. That's frustrating. She goes back up to 10. 14, 16, and 20. However, the non-environment target with the lowest HP is going to be our good friend here, Tachyon, who's now going to be down at 7. That's frustrating to say the least. We now ignore this for the end phase, and we can get rid of this until the next turn. The mask is going to go. We now flip her over. She's now going to get really, really psycho. All right, so we draw a foul. 1-shot. Summon the Mask of the Matriarch, shuffle all the foul cards in the villain trash into the villain deck, and then we deal 3 psychic damage to the hero with the most HP. Oh, so we're going to take just the fouls. That's frustrating. And we're also going to summon that. This gets shuffled in here. All right, fortunately, it's -2 to that damage. Had I cast my other power, I would not have to worry about this, but unfortunately, I am going to take 1 damage, which is kind of frustrating. I would have liked to have been able to play that. All right. End phase. Because this card came into play after that card, I'm not sure if I should keep drawing or not. I'm going to assume that I don't. The Matriarch deals the H -2 hero targets with the highest HP 3 psychic damage each. So unfortunately, She drops down to 16 now because her reaction can only kick in once. He drops down to 13. Then if the Mask of the Matriarch is in play, which it now is, we're going to flip this over. And she's going to deal 1 projectile damage to everybody. So this is deadly. She drops down to 5. Then over here, each hero target, except the hero with the lowest HP, 1 projectile. So 11 and 14. All right. We're going to play this one. After this card is played, Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage. That'll take the bird out, plus over here. She'll get 2 damage out, but she also can't hurt anybody this time around. So we're going to put little tokens on here, and on here, and on here. And there's also 1 damage over here. Then, as part of the power, I'm going to reveal a card. That will be helpful, and then draw this. Oh, and I may play 1 additional card. I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. You know what? We're going to go ahead and each hero may draw 1 card. And include myself in that, and then I get to play still 1 more card. I will go ahead and play, deal 1 target 2 melee damage, and then I may draw a card. All right, so sorry about that. That was a bit of a screw up. We're going to do it on Matriarch here, so she's now down to 53. All right, this was a one-shot, so this should have gone over there. I'm not sure. So I've got an item here. It's a one-shot. I can bury up to 3 cards from the trash. I don't know how useful that would be. This feels to me like it'd be more useful, where I get to just basically do plus damage now. I'll do that. I'm going to do plus 3. I'm going to do 3 fire damage. I'm going to do it on Matriarch. We're going to focus on her and just getting her down as quickly as possible. So he's still at 21. Then I get to do 2 more fire damage. Nope, I don't, because that is also a power. So never mind, I get to draw a card. That's what I get to do. Ooh, 1 shot, destroy 1 environment card. That's going to be helpful. All right. Let's see, destroy 1 ongoing. I don't need to do that. I'm going to play that. And then as my power, I'm going to play another card. And then that allows me to do, now I can use a second power card. And because this isn't going to do any damage, I'm going to go ahead and use the projectile damage to go ahead and hit Matriarch for 3 more damage. And then get to draw a card. Okay, now we go to the environment phase. All right, so this comes out first. If this card has 10 or more HP on it, draw the top card of the environment deck. So this card comes out. This card deals the 2 targets other than itself with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Well, fortunately, that means it's going to be the Matriarch, who actually has more than anybody else. And right now, that's at 16. That technically is more. So it's going to actually deal that damage, strangely enough. Over here, this card deals the 2 targets other than itself with the highest HP 3 melee damage. That's also going to hit the Matriarch. And then also, we are looking at, this is now 13, so I think I'm now over here. I do get -2 damage, so I'm still at 13. Unfortunately, I don't get to activate my play card thing That would have been nice. Over here, start phase. If the Mask of Matriarch is not in play, flip. That we don't have to worry about. So we're going to flip a card. It is a foul. And here we go. One shot. Summon the Mask of the Matriarch. Shuffle all the fouls back into the deck. And then deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 psychic damage. Well, that'll be our Wraith here. Yeah, this is what sucks is, had I made it so that that was one of the powers I activated, I would be playing a whole bunch of extra cards. And I just mistakenly shuffled in all of the trash, not just... That was stupid. So, fouls. Now I gotta remember what was what. So I think I had the 2 carrion fields out. I had 1 dark in the sky. I feel like I had a couple more out, but I'm going to treat it like that. That's irritating. All right, so that was also the first card that was not a foul. So because of the Matriarch card, I'm going to do that again. Foul. 1 shot. Matriarch deals 2 hero targets with the highest HP, 2 sonic damage each, and then destroys 1 ongoing and or item card. Let's go ahead. Alright, so she's going to do 2 damage over here. And unfortunately this time it's not going to get reduced because she's already used her reaction once. And that drops raw down to 9. But we're done with that. She can't do any damage except the hero target with the lowest HP 1 projectile. So that drops raw down to 8 and Wraith down to 9. And then the hero with the highest HP 2 projectile damage, that drops Wraith down to 7. And then these can come off. So she gets to play 2 cards. So I will, first of all, do Accelerated Assault. It deals each non-hero target 1 melee damage. That will take out these 2. I'll do 2 on the Matriarch, bringing her down to 39. 1 over here on the Mask. And then 1 here on each of the creatures. And because of the HUD goggles, her damage is non-reducible. And then I'm going to do Hypersonic. Deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage. And then they cannot deal damage. So she's going to go down by 2 more. And then we're going to put little things on here. Is that really smart? Because I actually do want the... These things are going to attack her each time. No, actually, they're going to attack her and 1 other thing. So, no, this is fine. And that's not going to do damage either. And she's going to do 1 more damage to each of these folks. And that's at 11 now. So that was her play. She now gets to draw a card, and then draw 1 more card. And I would really like Lightning Speed to come up at some point. All right, so I'm going to destroy 1 non-hero target, or 1 environment card. And we're going to go ahead and take away this Volcano card before it starts really messing things up. every other target is dealt 1 fire damage. Now, however, in this case, I don't have HUD goggles. I don't have anything really helping there. So neither these aren't going to get affected. But she's going to go down by 1. And then the mask is going to go down by 1. And then we're going to, as our power, we're going to deal 3 fire damage. And then we draw a card. All right, off to the Wraith. The Wraith gets to play a card. We can destroy 1 ongoing card, which would be nice. We're going to play this. We are definitely going to play that. That is +2 projectile damage to there. So now we can do 2 power cards. I'm going to activate the -1 damage. Actually, no. Let's do these 2 powers. First of all, we're going to do 5 projectile damage. Just checking to see if I've got anything else here that might help. Yeah, we're going to do 5 damage, first of all, to the Matriarch. That brings her down to 28. Starting to feel like she's in shot. And then, as our other thing, we're going to regain 2 HP and salvage 1 item card. So that brings me back up to 9. And then we're going to salvage an item card. Except I don't think I have any item cards in there. That's okay. I'm good. And then we're going to draw a card. Okay, so now we go on to the environment. We're going to deal an additional card. Dinosaur, start phase, destroy 1 item card, and then end phase. Oh, that's interesting. So, these 2 can't do damage, so their end phases are ignored. The Pterodactyl is going to do sonic damage to the creature with the highest HP, so that'll actually be the Matriarch. And it'll be the number of cards under this card +1. So unfortunately, it only does 1 point of damage. Basically, it's going to steal items from us to then do damage to the Matriarch, but I don't think we really want that. We go over here, Mask of Matriarch is still in place, so we're going to flip a card. It's a foul, so we flip over another card. It's a foul. 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 Again, this is ridiculous. Foul. Cohort. However, because that is the first card that's not a foul, keep going. Foul. Foul. Cohort. I mean, it is ridiculous. How am I supposed to actually, like, fight that? Really? What happens now? Now we go to the end phase. Her thing doesn't matter. Each hero target is going to be dealt 1 damage. We have the reaction that can get into play here. And that allows me to actually play something. And unfortunately, most of these are plays. I'm going to play this one. It allows me to draw a card and then discover an item card. Yeah, neither of these are really that useful. I mean, then they then play 1 card. I'm going to play that again. It goes here. We should go ahead and do the projectile damage in order. So that's the draw. Discover 1 item. And then play a card. And unfortunately, this is like very useless. I may as well do that. I'm going to do leverage, which allows me to grab 4 more. And then collect a card. Let's see if there's anything else in here that really would have been useful. I guess we'll go with abduct and interrogate. All right, so that was the reaction. On to the next one. Each hero target except the hero target with the lowest HP, which is Tachyon, 1 projectile damage. This is where it's going to start getting nasty. Lowest hero target with the lowest HP, 2 projectile damage. Target with the highest HP, 2 projectile damage. Each hero target except the hero target with the highest HP, 1 projectile damage. Hero target with the lowest HP, 2 projectile damage. Tachyon's dead. Each hero target except the hero target with the lowest HP, 1 projectile damage. Each hero target, 1 projectile damage. Each hero target except the hero target with the highest HP. So I should have done some psychic damage at some point. I think it's kind of a moot point. We're going to do 1 more projectile damage. And then the hero target with the highest HP, 2 projectile damage. All right, so that leaves us at 2 and 1. This is what I mean. Like, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. 1 hero takes their play phase. Is there anything I can do? There's nothing I can do. I honestly think that this game is over. Okay. So we may as well do this. 1 non-hero target, 1 toxic damage. We'll see how far down we can get. So she is going to come down to 26. That target is not destroyed, however. And now we go over to here. Well, do this. It's an ongoing. +2 damage dealt by Ra. We'll do 5 fire damage total. Bring her down to 21. Throwing knives. Deals up to 3 targets. So we'll play this and we'll play these 2 cards. This is going to be a total of... Let's see, we're going to take her down by 5. And then we're going to get to take her down by another 2. Then we get to take out 2 other targets. I don't think it really matters which ones we take out at this point. If it gets to another villain round, we're dead. Then she'll get her draw. And I know what you're saying. Why on earth are you just simply getting to this point? So we're going to draw a card. The target, this card deals the target other than itself with the second lowest HP 5 melee damage. So, interestingly enough, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8. It's going to do that 5 melee damage. Actually, that's on the end phase. All right. Deals the target other than itself with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Well, currently that is actually her and this one. So the dinosaurs are fighting by themselves technically. This will do the same thing. That's at 11, that's at 11. Nobody else is at 11, so she'll drop down to 8. And he'll drop down 3 more. This card deals the target other than itself with the highest XP. Let's see, that's at 8, 8, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8. We'll go with that. Oh, and at the start phase, destroy 1 item card. put items destroyed this way under, we'll let you go with this one. Here, take that one. So he'll do 2 damage, bring her down to 6. And then the target other than itself with the second lowest HP, 5 melee damage. Well, that could be any of the birds, I think. So let's go ahead, kill one of the birds. And that's it. There's no need to bother with the next part of this phase. Mask of Matriarch is still in play. We're going to flip over a card. After this card is played, draw the top card of the villain deck. And then she's going to do 2 sonic damage to 2 of the heroes. And as part of a retaliation, there's nothing I can do. So that's it. So this is now all 6 villains. And I feel like I've had the same problem with a number of the villains. It's too many cards too fast without any sort of ability to counteract those cards. And I don't like that. I just don't like that. And I'm not sure if it's just simply I'm not playing the game right, or if I'm not anticipating that and I'm not prepared for it. You know, Tachyon has a card that would have been very helpful to have, and that is a reaction card. So that the first time that she gets hit, if I have that, I can then play something like, oh, where is it? If I have that out as the reaction and I keep accelerated assault available, I can then take out the rest of the fouls, right? Like the first time I get hit with anything, boom, all the fouls go bye-bye. And so that's probably how I need to deal with this. If I've got Tachyon, keep the reaction card in play and keep this one shot, keep copies of this one shot in my hand, so that we're not dealing with that much damage. And again, it may just be that I'm not familiar enough with these games, and I just don't know the strategy yet to deal with each of these, but it does feel to me like, what the hell? I have to wonder if this is what some people go through when they go through Dark Souls. They feel like, you know, this was really hard. I got beat up really quickly, but it was so satisfying because eventually I figured out a way to do it, and I get that. I really get that. But holy cow, this week has been interesting. We're going to come back. We'll definitely not be playing Sentinels of the Universe. We'll be playing something else, and I will see you all then. Sentinels of the Multiverse, not Sentinels of the Universe. That's just crazy talk. Ciao, everybody.